Hi, Dr. Mark Agresti. I'm with Susan, and if you've watched the other videos, Susan started treatment June 19th, 2019, has gone through 17 treatments. The first month we did 2 treatments a week for a month, 1 treatment a week for a month. And the second month, the third month, we did a treatment.
We tried to go the 2 weeks.
We couldn't go the 2 weeks, so we went over 10 days because the depression came back. And now we're 17 treatments in it, and we're doing it every 10 days just to sort of keep the depression away. And Susan, where are we after 17 treatments?
This 10 days have been the strongest response. I haven't had a really, really bad day. I've had one day where I was pretty loggy, but I've been doing so much more.
We'd call it a dramatic improvement.
I would. I mean...
And initially, the depression would come back after the treatments.
Right.
But it seems the first time, the last 10 days, it didn't come back between treatments.
Right.
So we're getting more of a permanent response.
Yeah.
We hope to go every 2 weeks now.
Right. And I definitely think it builds up. And my thought process is not to let the depression slip in. If you keep it at a level, then you can you maintain it for a longer and longer period. But once the depression, that chemistry starts in your brain again, then you're set back a little bit.
Right, and we, for accuracy's sake, we went up after the 3rd treatment to the 84.
Right.
We were doing 56, but I think it was the 4th treatment we went up.
Jeez, we went up pretty fast.
Let's see, I think it was the 4th treatment.
Maybe so, because I kind of got used to it. No, I haven't gotten used to the higher dose, really. It still hits me pretty hard.
So it was the 4th treatment. I'm looking at the chart. So the 4th treatment, we went up immediately to the 84 milligrams per dose.
Yeah.
We had to go up. You really need to go up.
Oh,
in your particular case.
Yeah. Well, I've been depressed a long, long, long time. And I'm sure, I have a theory that there's more damage to be healed the longer you're the bad chemistry is pouring into your brain and bad patterns of synapses are being established.
I agree. There's short-term damage and long-term damage from chronic depression.
Right.
The neurotoxicity, meaning the brain is hurt permanently to some extent by chronic depression, but there are some reversible changes. And since you started this treatment, I definitely could see a glow in your face, a healthier look, more positive, more animated, more active.
I definitely
enjoying life more.
Everybody notices. I mean, everybody. My granddaughter, who's 9, excuse me, who's 9, notices.
Oh, absolutely. As your psychiatrist could see a difference.
Really?
On a scale of 1 to 100, and 10, 0 being absolute depression, you're way better.
Yeah,
in terms of the functionality scale, 0 being non-functional, you're more of a 70-80 now.
Yeah.
Where you were like a 20-30.
I was really
in terms of 0 to 100, 100 being the most functional.
Yeah.
You were like a 30.
Yeah.
You were just sitting around the house doing nothing.
Yeah.
Literally.
I had to struggle to do the things that I had to do.
Right. You got the wherewithal to stop eating poorly, to be more active, to go out and do fun things. You just have desires and cravings now.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely... I have to work on getting out socially more because when you're depressed...
You isolate.
Yes. So, but I'm going to work on that. But you lose friends, everything is bad.
Have there been any side effects, you think, after 17 treatments?
I don't notice, other than the weird head thing you have to go through, I have not noticed anything.
Right. I mean, if the listeners who are watchers, whatever you want, viewers, you do get this high dissociation, altered sense of reality, altered sense of time.
And a lot of people really think that's intrinsic to what it does somehow. There's a lot of discussion in the community.
I don't like it. What I see.
I don't like it, and it concerns me at some level. But on the other hand, this is the only life I have, and I would like to live it at a higher level. I mean, it's fine not to feel like you want to kill yourself. That's good, but just to be at that like low level of existence, because
I'm talking about the when you take the inhaler in your nose,
Yeah.
you feel weird for about an hour.
yeah. But it's worth it. What I'm saying is, it's worth the trade-off.
Right. So that's a downside of the whole thing. And just to let the viewers know that, it's 11:43 at 11:25, Susan took her first inhalation of the esketamine. So
Yeah, I'm starting to.
she,
Yeah.
I wanted to do the video before it kicks in, and it kicks in about 20 minutes. Did we decide that?
Yeah, I can feel. I mean,
We're not there yet, so I
Yeah.
wanted to do the video before it kicks in.
Yeah.
It takes about 20 minutes, and then it lasts for 20 minutes to an hour and 15.
Yeah.
And then we decided that you probably can leave the office at an hour and a half to hour 45 minutes. So about, you need about an hour and 45 minutes.
The 2 hour.
The 2 hours is reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a 20-minute fluff period, maybe. Not much. 10 to 20 minutes where you could have left, but no sooner.
Why
You
would
can't
they
leave
say-
it an hour and a half.
Yeah, you can't. No, there's.
You can't even stand up, we learned.
The first time.
We tried that one time, she almost fell. But so it's been a good experience. The 17 treatments have worked. The depression has lifted. It's almost, I would call it, edging on miracle-like.
It is huge.
Because we've tried everything.
Yes.
ECT, every drug.
Combinations of
Combination
drugs.
of drugs, psychotherapy.
Yeah, I mean,
this has worked the best.
this is a game changer. It's a pain because of all of the, I'm starting to feel the effects now, and having to, you come here, you sit here, but even if I can get that down to twice a month, it could be like a new life.
Right. Where it looks like that's another thing for the viewers. We are in a situation where this looks like it's going to require a maintenance treatment.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to be able to keep this going without the maintenance treatment, because each time after the treatment, the depression came back.
Yeah.
We've managed to go 10 days this time, the first time before the depression came back, and we're going to try and go to every 2 weeks, but the depression keeps coming back, and this does need a maintenance.
I think it's a treatment. It's not a cure, but I do think that the inconvenience, and maybe it'll get longer and longer. I don't know. I think I read something that maybe up 15 days, 18 days was the average.
That they could go without the maintenance.
Yeah. So
that's about. I mean, I'm learning this. This is Susan's my first patient to get the inhaler, and I've learned a lot in these 18 treatments or 17 treatments, and it looks like it will need maintenance.
Yeah.
Well,
but maybe.
Well, the medicines are maintenance, so who are we kidding?
Yeah, I take a
and this is a medication, and so the worst things have happened. I mean,
what I would love is if I could start eventually, and I'm not going to try this now, but taking less additional medication, because, not to go into the alleles and things, but because my DNA test says I don't really metabolize the medicines well.
You know what I forgot to tell you?
Mm-hmm.
I was reading that there is another drug for ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is a neurological disorder. The medicine is called Riluzole.
Yeah, I was.
And this medicine, I'm not saying it affects the glutamate receptor like this one.
It does it differently.
It affects the same receptor system by affecting the MNDA receptor system and preventing reuptake, thus increasing it, and seems to have an antidepressant effect similar to this esketamine. and it's generic and it's cheap. It's like 50 milligrams a day is not a lot of money. It's like $20 a month.
Really?
Yeah, that might be a maintenance drug. It's possible. I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I looked into it. You said read up on blah 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 blah. So whatever it was, Riluzole or
yeah, Riluzole. It's spelled Riluzole.
And
Riluzole.
Yeah, and I have been, and it's just at the edge, kind of like this probably was, a year ago. They're doing studies and things.
I put 2 people on it. One responded, one didn't, but one had a dramatic response with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
She's very depressed. And like her, she's tried ECT, she's tried everything. She even did the IV infusion esketamine, but it wasn't for her.
Or you mean esketamine or ketamine?
Ketamine. I meant ketamine.
Okay. Oh, which brings me back to, there is a woman, shout out to Mel, who I correspond with on Facebook, who says that she was doing infusions for ketamine infusions for depression, and switched or started the Spravato because it's covered by insurance, which is, is huge.
I think the insurance companies will start covering it.
They're going to have to.
I don't see a way around it. It's one of the best treatments, I think.
Right.
For treatment-resistant depression. I can see how they make some rules. You have to fail 3 drugs before you could try it, because this looks like a commitment here.
Right. But she said that, and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about before, she says that between infusions, she would start to get depressed again. But because this is more...
Every single patient who I've had get the infusion says that.
Really?
Bar none. It works, then it fades. It works, then it fades, which, at least it does work.
Hey.
But it's not permanent.
I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. It has been... This sounds corny, but my dad keeps saying, I told you. My dad's 81. He sits there in his chair. He says, I told you that maybe someday they'll be like, there's this new drug. It's a game changer, blah, blah, blah. But I had heard, I'm sure you had heard about ketamine.
Well, for years.
But I've
heard about it for 20 years, 30 years.
But
it's not a new drug.
No. But I didn't really know anything about it. And it sounded really, really scary. This is, I will say, better than that. I think it has its place for people with really, really, really bad pain and stuff. Or if this isn't hardcore enough or whatever.
You think this esketamine could work for pain?
That's a good question. I don't know, because I do have a lot of pain, as we were just talking about.
Was the migraine pain or the back pain?
Well, in my arm, from my neck back. So it's my back pain, but it's in my arm.
Well, you're right. So if you have back pain, cervical area, it radiates to your arm. Your arm goes numb, but it's actually back pain.
Back pain.
Cervical pain, which is neck pain.
I've noticed a big improvement. Because I also started the Aimovig, and that stops some migraines. But it may be that it doesn't seem to stop the, what would you call it? The zapping? Like the functional, like when I can't...
Paresthesias.
Yeah. It doesn't stop that.
If you have compression of a disc in your cervical vertebrae, the nerves which come out from the central nervous system to the arm get compressed, and it causes numbness.
Right, okay.
Tingling. Right. And you could even get loss of use.
Right.
Paresthesias.
I
and
do
weakness
have some
in the
of
hand. And loss of coordination, no question about it.
Yeah, but I don't. Maybe it has. I don't know, because I was a hot mess there at the beginning of all this.
Anyway, I'm going to stop the video.
Okay.
Say goodbye, Susan.
Bye.